Welcome back to this, already the final segment of today's Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price. But you knew that. Talking to you about you and your business. We got Charles Alvarez here with Cornerstone Business Academy. Does a great job of helping businesses go to the next level. I can speak from personal experience, the great work he does. It's been amazing working with him, and love having him on, and love having him tell his story and share his message, bringing other business people on, helping them take your company to the next level. Charles, welcome.
Always good being here, Kevin. Good to see you.
Yeah, and tell us about your guests.
I'm very excited to have a guest of ours today who has once again made it into the Inc. 5000 list. We have David, who is the CEO of Sales Staff, who is really, really helping companies take their business to the next level. David, welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
David, kind of give us your elevator speech, if you will.
Well, Sales Staff is an outsourced inside sales solution, and we generate sales opportunities for our clients' B2B sales pipelines. So companies hire us generally because they're looking to add more opportunities, get more sales, free their salespeople up for more time to make the win and close the deal versus making calls and reaching voicemails. So we're out there researching opportunities, uncovering opportunities, and advancing them into scheduled appointments.
Does your team actually sell for your clients?
We don't actually sell. We take it all the way to the handoff where the prospect has been educated, they're interested, screened for qualification criteria, and then we do a handoff to our client in the scheduled appointment for their sales rep to meet with our prospect that we've marketed for. Okay. And we're also doing the marketing under our client's brand, so the prospect views us as an extension of their sales team. So the handoff is fairly smooth and very effective.
Okay, interesting. Charles?
So, David, I've had the experience of working with many, like I said previously, bad telemarketing firms, and my experience with telemarketing is of the following: bad, worse than bad, and downright awful. What makes your staff different? Because I know a lot of listeners out there saying, well, why don't I just go out and pay somebody $3 or $5 an hour from India and let them do it? Why do I have to hire sales staff?
Well, there's a large answer to that question. I mean, generally, in our world, the industry is made up into three key areas. You've got telemarketing firms, call centers, and then outsourced demand generation. Typically, telemarketing and call centers are they're scripted. It's like a scripted type process. These are lower level individuals that have been trained basically just on a script in terms of their experience and capabilities. And they really lack the business acumen that it takes to have conversations with high-level decision makers around complex products and services, particularly in the B2B arena. And generally, you need to have that when you're marketing to an executive. You need to be able to have discussions with them, understand their business problems, and present specific details to them about your client's solution or product. With outsourced demand generation like Sales Staff is employing more like an outsourced inside sales process. This is a process that allows us to nurture prospects, educate them over time, present them with content, do follow-up work with them. It's conversational, and in the end, it advances prospects who are qualified and interested through the sales lead generation process into the pipeline. And those that are not qualified, we will be able to disqualify them and rule them out as a possible prospect.
So how do you get paid? I mean, I know why you get paid, but how does that look? How does that whole process look? I mean, is it based on how many people we needed? Kind of give us a sense of how that works.
Well, Sales Staff is performance based, so we charge per appointment or per lead. So when you first engage with us, one of our program specialists will meet with you. We'll model what your criteria is for a qualified prospect. And based on the degree of difficulty of your prospect audience and specifically the business criteria you're looking for in an opportunity, we arrive at a cost per appointment or per lead. We do not charge for setup. There's no other cost associated with doing business with us other than the cost per appointment or lead. We'll model your program around the specific number of appointments and leads that your sales team needs based on the size of your sales team and what you're wanting to accomplish. And even better, we provide like a 60-day or 100-day pilot where you can engage us without a long-term commitment to try our services. Let us build an initial pipeline for you, and it gives you enough activity in your pipeline where you can gauge ROI and forecast return on investment off of our pilot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. And then after that, after the 60 days, if you like it, what kind of engagement are you looking at?
After 60 days, basically we start talking, actually during the pilot, we're always visiting with you. We'll have weekly meetings, getting updates on how the appointments and leads are going, talking about the future, getting feedback from you on how we're doing, letting you score us. We're always working this is a pilot relationship. So we're always, we want to build a long-term relationship and establish our abilities during that period. So we're already talking about the future. We're getting a feel for what other areas of your company currently need leads or could expand their pipelines better. And we'll start to lay out a proposal for a month-by-month program. We can go that way. We can also work with you on a quarterly or annual basis. It remains pay-per-performance. We do not have monthly fees on top of performance. We have to perform to get paid. So we look at what your business needs are and work out a program that's going to help you hit your goals.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Charles?
So, David, tell me about what happens.
We have actually about a minute left.
Okay, so tell me kind of what happens when, let's say that you get a lead for one of your customers and they're like, look, this person does not at all meet the criteria we're looking for. What happens in that case?
While that's unusual that'll happen due to the upfront discovery work that we've done with you, we've contractually guaranteed specific criteria around prospect need and pain, prospect authority. Specific business criteria has been wired into our program, such as target market, size of business, industry, vertical. But in the unlikely event that an opportunity actually makes it through our quality control process and out to your sales rep and failed to meet the criteria, then we have a very structured process that you would just follow, that we review with you at the beginning of the relationship. You would just return that appointment back to us for our review, and then you get credit towards that appointment or lead against future production. So we have to replace that with a new opportunity with no charge to you.
Awesome.
Very good. By the way, what's that website that you want people to check out, Dave?
We want you to check us out at salesstaff.com, and we've got a significant social media following at SalesStaff. We have over 400,000 following our blog right now. We have over 27,000 Twitter followers. We'd love for you to subscribe to our blog, start following us on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. Again, that's salesstaff.com. There's information on the webpage as well about our pilot programs and different ways to engage with us should you have any questions.
Thanks so much for being with us. Great topic today. And again, you can also reach Charles over at cornerstonebusinessacademy.com. Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
All right. When we come back tomorrow, much more for you. Make sure between now and then you check us out at usdailyreview.com, our sister news website. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter. And actually, I think we have one more segment after this. Yeah. Shame on me. You're listening to The Price of Business.